It's the end of the week, and so it's time to take out the trash. Oh, Brett, there's been so much garbage this week, so much garbage on the show already. Who have you kept in your pocket waiting to finally reveal to us?
I've kept this person in my pocket since I decided on them about 88 minutes ago. And it is the person who spent $28 million to go to space and is not going to space. So I saw this headline, "Too busy for space? Winner of $28 million Blue Origin ticket replaced by 18-year-old gap year student." And the quote from the article is, after paying an extraordinary $28 million at auction in June, the undisclosed winner of a ticket to join billionaire Jeff Bezos in space in less than a week will not be joining the world's richest man, citing, quote, scheduling conflicts. The flight to space, I just want to point out, is 11 minutes.
Oh my God, it's more than $1 million a minute.
This is not a Richard Branson. You get in a plane, the plane becomes a rocket ship. The rocket ship, like a plane, flies around for a minute. This is 11 minutes, front to back. You're weightless for 3. You're in a rocket ship and you come back to Earth in a parachute. You don't land. That is what they had going on. He's too busy. And what's hilarious is also the person that's replacing him is like an 18-year-old Dutch kid on a gap year, because you can just, an 18-year-old gap year student.
Well, so did he? How did they find this student?
He was involved in the thing, and that's it. And I will say that this guy who spent $28 million will catch the next one, essentially.
Yeah, probably.
But this idea, it was $28 million plus $2 million for like the equivalent of like the DoorDash delivery fee. So it was $30 million in total.
Convenience fee.
To give you an idea of the levels of douchey baggery that this millionaire, gajillionaire who spent $28 million on it, inventor of the trucker hat courtesy of Ed Hardy, Ashton Kutcher, was able to get talked out of going. So Ashton Kutcher was set to fly to space. Mila Kunis talked him out of it. So if we're doing our hierarchy, Ashton Kutcher's so douchey that when I first did my first video online, someone compared me to him, saying Ashton Kutcher called he wants his 1997 image back. Like, I know what level of douche. I had longer hair, but I was like, ugh.
Oh my God.
Anyways, he was able to get talked out of it. That's my garbage person. And I think Ken Klippenstein was like this. The ridiculousness has become its own satire, that
you can't parody the income inequality, that like you'd be that busy. Yeah. And look, I don't know the person. Some people might say, hey, well, maybe this person has done charity or whatever. And that's fine. I don't want a system where you can have people that are so wealthy that they can just not have time for their $28 million like trip that's shorter than an episode of Frasier, and hope that it'll all even out morally because they choose to be charitable or whatever. How about we just not have that system in the first place?
I think the thing that I cherish most about this episode of the Damage Report is me now forever thinking that John thinks of things in terms of how many Frasier episodes there are.
I kind of do. It's a
great
good show. Anyway,
how many seasons can I squeeze in?
Good garbage person, Brett.
Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.